I'm not crying, you're crying. Hello everyone, welcome to another Northern Lad Reviews video. Today I'm going to be looking at films that my girlfriend really likes to see if I enjoy them as much as she does. This series is called My Girlfriend Made Me Watch, and the first film we're watching is The Notebook. The Notebook was released in 2004 and was directed by Nick Cassavetes and stars Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams. The film is set in the 1940s and it features two very good looking people falling in love and trying to overcome many obstacles in their romance. The first thing that occurred to me when I was watching this film is Ryan Gosling's character Noah has serious disregard for health and safety, and as well he's trying to pull her, like his way of winning her over is by just putting himself and her in danger. I mean, it starts off he's hanging from a Ferris wheel, trying to you know, show her how cool he is by hanging from one hand in like 100 feet in air, and then he starts to lie on the road with her. He says, "Come on, love, we'll lie on the road here while there's oncoming traffic, because if that doesn't win your heart, I don't know what will. I'll tell you something, Noah, why don't you go and lie on the M6 on a Friday morning while there's oncoming traffic, son? Yeah, that'll definitely do the trick, that." So the first thing that really works in this film is it's quite a straightforward romance story. Two people falling in love, having to overcome different obstacles, whether that being them going on separate paths and having to reconnect and find each other again, whether it's the jealous mother who's a reet bat. I mean, she's like been nicking his mail that he's been sending her. So, like, in my opinion, that's a bloody cardinal sin. What a bitch she is. Also, the class divide between him and her. She's like a, you know, like a well brought up, well-to-do, wealthy person from a wealthy family, and he is a very poor person, having to work to try and make next to no money, and that class divide battle is always a good one in film. And this film does flash back and forth in time. The 1940s is the story, but also you've got the present day scenes with an elderly version of him and her. This provides the backdrop for the biggest challenge in the movie for the characters, the dementia that she suffers, and that is heart-wrenching to say the least to watch that. It really is. It provides a lot of the emotional side and a lot of the sad scenes for this film. The characters in this film are really likeable. Noah and Ali, the main two, you really root for them. You want them to prevail. You want them to overcome all of these obstacles that are being thrown at them from left and right. As well, the mother, like I said, she's not very nice at the start of the film, but she also has a really redeeming arc, which was really nice to see. And another character I really liked in this film was James Marsden's character, who plays the other love interest of Ali from Ryan Gosling's character. He was a really nice character, like he was a nice guy. You sort of feel like she could have been torn between the two. They're both really charming, both good looking, just one of them's got money and one of them is the love of her life. So that was where the main conflict came from. She had to choose between a guy who ticks a lot of the boxes, who's really nice, but also is wealthy and would be accepted into her world, her society, and then the love of her life, who is good looking and charming and whatnot. However, he doesn't have a lot to offer her. So this was where the bulk of the story came from. The acting in this film was spot on as well. The leads were both fantastic, especially Ryan Gosling, who this film sort of propelled Ryan Gosling into the realm of being a heartthrob. You know, women all over the world loved him in this film, and rightly so, because he's a very good looking man. The main issue I had with this film was how heart-wrenching it was. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand why this film is supposed to be heart-wrenching. That's the idea. It's supposed to, you know, be an emotional roller coaster ride. But I found it quite uncomfortable to watch in a lot of respects, especially towards the back end of the film, where you can sort of feel that this isn't going to have a traditional happy ending, and I felt like I was being punched repeatedly in my emotions.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
So yeah, it was quite an uncomfortable watch in some respects. When Leah picked this film for me, she said this was one of her all-time favourite films, and it's a good film, especially if you like this kind of thing. I'm not big into romance films, but I understand why this is hailed as one of the best romance films of the modern era. One thing I will say is when Leah was watching it, she was an emotional wreck, and I was like stressed as well, like I said, so it was like, I don't see this as one of them films you could watch repeatedly. So yeah, I don't think I'll be watching this film again because I value my emotional well-being, but you know, if you like good-looking people trying to romance each other and you enjoy crying, then this one's for you. That's it for today's video, everyone. Thanks very much for tuning in, and let me know in the comments below, is The Notebook your favourite romance film of all time? If it's not, what is? Give us a shout in the comments and I'll reply to you. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. Thanks very much. Ta-ra for now.